Music from Saharan cell phones. The backstory behind this 2011 compilation is really unique. Apparently, it's a collection of music pulled from memory cards of cell phones scattered across the Saharan desert. The songs featured were popular across the unofficial MP3 cell phone network stretching from Abidjan to Bamako to Algiers, but many never saw an official commercial release. There were various versions of the compilation released on cassette, and a lot of these mysterious tracks can't really be traced to a clear origin. On top of that, Death Griff sampled this release heavily on the Money Store, which is kind of hilarious considering how obscure it is. Honestly, it's actually pretty good. Many of the tracks are legitimately groovy and fun. A mix of African folk-like sounds, synths, guitars, and even some hip-hop sprinkled in. I found myself vibing along to multiple songs. The unique backstory just makes it that much cooler. One standout is Yeah Hero, which is such a goofy, playful pop rap soundtrack. Showa by the Garu Gary Gay Gay Gay. The Garu Gary Gay 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 is an experimental band from Japan founded by Juntaro Yamaguchi, often associated with the Japanese harsh noise scene. They're known for records with unusual concepts, abrasive noise, and provocative themes, frequently blending extreme sounds with found footage or recordings. Their 1989 release Showa is a prime example. The album is a provocative commentary on Japanese society at a pivotal moment, the death of Emperor Hirohito, marking the end of the Showa era. The spirit was characterized by national mourning and intense public reflection on Japan's modern history. So how does Showa get weird? The album includes a real recording of people engaging in sexual intercourse. The point, as shocking as it sounds, was to trick Japanese listeners into thinking they were buying a commemorative homage to the recently deceased emperor, only for them to be confronted with 36 minutes of hardcore pornographic audio. Just imagine some poor soul genuinely mourning Emperor Hirohito, convinced by the Japanese national anthem beginning to play from the record that it's a proper commemorative release, gently placing it on their third table and starting to mourn, only to hit play and be met with 36 minutes of hardcore pornographic audio. Back from the Dead, recorded from jail by Two Shanes. Two Shanes is a producer and artist coming out of the SoundCloud underground. He's known for his bizarre vocal mixing, heavy distortion, and bass-driven production. He first made a name for himself as part of the now-defunct collective Jewel Set, a group recognized for its experimental and avant-garde sound. But Two Shanes' career took a sharp turn when he ended up in prison for murder. That was apparently a result of his former girlfriend, Rihanna Garcia, otherwise known as Baby Walk. And he, Two Shanes, shot him. Shane made the mistake of bringing Axtoro, the founder of the collective Jewel Set, because Axtoro ended up testifying against him in court when given the opportunity to lessen his sentence. Even so, his music has held onto a cult following in the underground scene, mostly because of how strange, raw, and experimental his approach has always been. This project, Back from the Dead, recorded from jail, released on June 21, 2022, was apparently recorded entirely from prison after his conviction, allegedly using nothing but a jail phone. Yup, this is definitely something else. The vocals sound warped and almost extraterrestrial on this record, paired with synth-heavy lo-fi production that glitches, skips, and loops all over the place. The whole tape feels unhinged and gritty, and thinking about how all the vocals were supposedly recorded on a jail phone just adds even more to how unhinged it is. Pure Misanthropia by Stalag. Stalag was an anonymous Dutch experimental music project active from around 2001 to 2008, known for producing extreme noise and dark ambient music. The project involves collaboration with individuals suffering from severe mental illnesses, including schizophrenia, borderline personality disorder, and extreme aggression disorders. One patient, who allegedly stabbed his mother 30 times, reportedly attempted to attack a musician during a recording session, an incident that was captured in audio and included on an album. Another patient tragically died by suicide a few months after contributing to a project. So, yeah, safe to say, this group was deliberately pushing boundaries. They recorded psych patient streams and shared it online, aiming for something deliberately shocking and unsettling. Some sources even claim that a person was stabbed during the recordings. Other reports, however, indicate that the band received permission from both the psychiatric hospital and each individual patient who volunteered. The streaming was recorded in a church to capture a natural echo, adding another layer to the sound. Listening to this was horrifying. It genuinely felt like the audio could haunt me. The recordings are filled with screams, groans, and shrieks of agony from the patients, layered over ominous, chaotic noise and ambient texture. It's hard to even call this music anymore. Deep Internet Sales Event by carddownloader.exe. Deep Internet is an obscure genre built around sampling unknown, low-view YouTube videos and other forgotten corners of the internet. It emerged from a 4chan thread in January 2016 when an anon sought to pioneer a subgenre of noise, found sounds, and music concrete. The idea was simple: use super obscure short and low quality internet videos while completely ignoring traditional musicality. Anything with more than 20 views was automatically excluded. Deep Internet Sales Event, released in 2018 by carddownloader.exe, is a prime example. According to their Bandcamp, the samples came from sites like Petty2 and other platforms that only display videos with very few views. The samples were heavily manipulated, with effects like time stretching, layering, and other production tricks. Even the album cover was composed using clips from these obscure videos. Listening to this album was a wild ride. It's full of strange random vocal and synth samples pulled from these forgotten corners of the internet. The sound reminds me a bit of Christ, Deep Dark Trench with an immersive vaporwave style mashup feel. There's little to no conventional musical structure, but the way the vocal samples interact with the production effects makes it strangely compelling. I Think in SpongeBob by Hit Hit Punch Punch. I Think in SpongeBob by Hit Hit Punch Punch is a 2010 release that originated on 4chan's music board. Information about it is scarce. Most references are limited to a handful of views. According to one user, the album was supposedly posted on a now-defunct 4chan archive link.
Vocals recorded by a 9-year-old girl on a handheld tape recorder. Most of the songs are about punching people in the butt crack. 15 songs, 16 minutes, and will probably never be released outside of 4chan. Put a tape recording in the room with my friend's fucking insane little sister, and sat through 2 hours of tape, cutting out the most hilarious shit and putting it onto music.
This album is basically a kid streaming over crude punk rock instrumentals about random stories and nonsense made of. The concept is remotely interesting and absolutely unhinged. Incredible. Red War. This one's a quick shout out because why not? Bulgun Janjang or Red War is supposedly a demo tape from a brutal death metal band claimed to be from North Korea. There's no clear band history, no verifiable lineup, and the presentation is bare bones to the point of being intentionally obscure. That kind of anonymity feeds into the idea that this could be something smuggled out, passed around quietly, never meant to be officially acknowledged. But digging into it, It turns out it's just unauthorized re-release of 1995 Under the Surgeon's Knife by Amnioraxus. And upon listening to it myself, yeah, that checks out. Yeah, there's no way on earth North Korean authorities would ever permit something like this to exist. You'd risk your entire family, including all future generations, being sent to Shake to the Future by Mahmoud Awad. Shake the Future. Shake to the Future is a 2009 release that came on a 4chan's music board, supposedly Arabic music from the future, stitched together from all kinds of sample tracks. Trying to look up anything about it, or the supposed creator, Mahmoud Awad just leads you in circles, down on links, dead blogs, old message boards, and this bizarre, ominous Facebook page that doesn't explain anything. Very on brand for this kind of cryptic internet relic. Listening to it is weird, like genuinely weird. It's a Plunderphonics album. The vocal samples have this trippy chorus effect slapped on them, and the instrumentation is already so strange that everything blends into this woozy psychedelic haze. The whole vibe is disorienting in a way that feels intentional. There's this inexplicable feeling I get with this album, like I really am hearing music from some alternate dimension. I can't even pinpoint what does it. The weird vocal effects, the broken up samples, the odd rhythms, whatever it is, it's unsettling in the best way. Egg Fry by Lee Patterson. Egg Fry. This is literally just a 15-minute recording of someone frying an egg. Listen to it for yourself, it goes hard.